Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Sunday afternoon, the 9th. The sky cleared out. Beautiful blue sky. Take you around back. Last night was a fairly massive family gathering at a restaurant here, not too far across the border in El Paso. And I continue to be very, very, very surprised at just how many my family's, my wife's family is just large, and it was one of the first times my wife and I only had to show up, and that is pretty rare for us. So I'm going to show you the disaster that is my pool. I'll start working on it tomorrow. There was one. That was Nala. There's Bella. I don't know what it is, but anyways. And I was talking to some of the younger guys, and they have maybe between 13 and 21. There's 7 young men and an additional 14 girls. Most of the girls kind of got bored with it and talked about it. But basically what it boils down to is I was talking to them about deciding what they want to do, deciding what they want to be, and making a plan. I think having a plan and making a plan is a very big deal for a man and a young woman. I don't think you can get, God, these guys are like, anyways, I'm trying to ditch the cats. Just beautiful out here. Ditch the cats and take you inside. I don't think you can get anywhere without a plan. The difference is you should have your goals set. And what I did is I told them again, well, some of them, it was the second or third time I've told them this. And for the other ones, it wasn't. So back when I was very young, I wanted to retire by the age of 50. The people I grew up around in Highland Park, Detroit, or anyways, it just wasn't a good environment. And there is no retirement plan. There is no retirement plan for gangsters or bad guys. Anyways, so that was my goal. And what I did is I did everything I could to get to that goal. And eventually it paid off. To the young men, I tailored my speaking, my advice to them more so because I was a young man a very long time ago. Because I'm 59 now. Here's let me give you a little sidebar. I had a dark blue shirt on. And if I wear a pretty good colored shirt, I don't know if you can see the color of my eyes, but my eyes will change from gray to green to blue, depending on my clothing. Hazel eyes. And some of the young girls that saw one of the people spilled some of a drink, Coca-Cola, on my shoulder and got my shirt all wet. And while it was drying, I changed my shirt to the white t-shirt I had on, and was just sitting around. So my eyes changed from, I think they're kind of blue now, I'm not sure, to gray. And some of the young girls, little girls, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-olds, like, ah. anyways, doesn't matter. Back to the subject at hand. There used to be a time when we were growing up, in all the movies and that, the guys would go off and they would make their way in the world and come back to find a wife after they had established themselves. That's the basis of my advice. I understand there's such things as young love, and I hope you guys get an advantage like the traditional Mexican families have a thing. Their kids don't have to move out. Some kids, as soon as you turn 18, they're kicking you out the door. That's what happened to me. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyways, this isn't about what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to help you with some more unsolicited advice. Yet I think the biggest thing you can set yourself up for success nowadays is that you have to have an end goal. What is my overall goal? What do I want to do? And that could be anything from helping people. That could be anything from starting your own business. That could be anything from developing non-perishable skills that are useful. The other thing is, if you can find something that you enjoy doing and make that, monetize that, you can monetize that, then that's fantastic. I just heard some of the numbers that here on YouTube, that there's approximately, I believe, around 11 million people that consider themselves content creators. I don't consider myself a content creator because I'm doing this as much for me. This is very cathartic for me to be able to speak into a phone and not have to really have any feedback other than the comment section. It's just, although the world's still changing, there are a lot of things that are going to be coming to, I believe a lot of things that are going to be coming to North America that are going to improve our lives. The only pitfall I see is the time right now till that starts happening, till those businesses, till the chip factories start happening, till we start building our own cars again. Anyways, and that's the hardest part. If you have the ability to stay at home with family and friends and people that love you and you band together, I think that's the best way for you to get by. I have a few guys that I know. They're all fighters. Their dream is to be a UFC fighter. They all do low-paying jobs like waiting. Some of them are roofers. Some of them are painters. Some of them are trying to get into carpentry and building houses and homes like that. But it's not steady work. And it's not a steady job. So another thing is, so they banded together. They all live together in like a 2-bedroom apartment, and each guy, there's 2 guys to a room. So there's 4 of them in a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, I hope that you decide to make a plan. My goal was to be able to retire at age 50. I was able to do that, but I think I'm going to become more cautious now about offering advice about what to do to become successful, because the landscape and the job markets are changing so drastically that I honestly don't think I'm qualified anymore to talk about what it takes to be successful, because the things that I did to become successful, I don't think are possible now. I think all of those doors have closed where you could have a job, work that job for 30 years and be able to retire. I don't think that's possible now. So after saying that, I can only offer you advice on getting older. Staying in shape is a massively big deal to getting older. I have several friends that I saw at this party who are friends of the family, and they have ballooned up. Now, I'm back down under I'm almost at 200 and I'm at 248, and I was at 258 before this, and so I've dropped a lot of weight. And some of you may be able to see it in my face, or neck, but I was trying. 265 is the limit for heavyweights for the jiu-jitsu tournament I was going to get into, and the guy, anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm cutting the weight. And I cannot tell you how much better I feel with the extra weight off. I got about another 8 pounds to get rid of. I think I'm 248 now. And I want to get down to 240. So 240, and then I'll play around with that. 235, 240, I'll stick around there. That's where I feel the best. I'm not too skinny, and I'm not too heavy on my knees and that. Staying in shape is a dramatic part of getting older. It is a very helpful thing. I go out, and it may sound ridiculous, but I believe that you should get sunlight in your eyes in the morning. I believe you should eat whole foods, like instead of having a bag of chips, maybe eat an apple or banana instead of that. I believe you should take some vitamins, but that is what it is. And all of that costs money. And that's why I'm going to do what I can to help you, but I also have to come to grips with the fact that I'm outdated. My information is outdated, and that I'll try to tailor my stuff to you guys getting older, what to expect, like your first gray leg hair or your first gray pube hair. Or just some of the things that are hilarious as you transition into your retirement age. All right, love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, take care of yourselves. One of the biggest things I value is my solitude. Now, I love to read. I have a library. I'll show you some of the books I have in my library. Let me see if I got them up here. My wife's off with her, my mother-in-law, doing some stuff. I'm going to show you some of the books on my shelves. There's a series of books. And I have boxes and boxes of books in the garage that I've already read, and I eventually will donate those. There's some more books here. There's a couple of books down here. And some stuff for Peter Zeihan. I used to be a big fan of Peter Zeihan before he lost his mind about monetizing everything on planet Earth for himself. Let me show you here. I think if you're going to make a decision about religion, I would hope that you would look up. There's so many different versions of Bibles. There's so many different stories, chapters of Bibles, whatever you want to call it. This is what I'm reading right now, is Neomachian Ethics by Aristotle. Some of these are survival manuals. Man, here's a good one. This is a good one. Anyways, that's History of the United States from 1898, and that's the same book rewritten. There's some more books out here in the, let me show you, take you through the atrium. The plants. I'll tell you this also, my wife used to be the director of one of the directorates at the UMC, and she was absolutely miserable. Here's a few books. If you want to figure out quite a bit about how we are all being manipulated, I'll lay these out so you can see them. Here, I'll turn it around. Here's some more. That's the 48 Laws of Power. This is Crystallizing Public Opinion, Propaganda and How to Use It, and The Crowd is a very good book. It's important how you're being manipulated. And if you can do that here, I'll show you some more of the books. Anyways. Let me get that out of the way. Here's some more. There was a time when I fancied myself as a writer, but I'm more of a consumer of the written word than not. That's enough to show you for the. Again, I'm going to have to modify my the way I just don't think it's fair for me to tell or try to instruct a young guy about what it was like to become successful in the early late 1990s, from the 1990s to like 2010. There's no way. It's just everything's changed. So, love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you take care of yourselves. Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.